Hello, Jimmy Kukulski, Elite Lubrication Specialist, coming in with a 2-minute Tribo time to give you a little bit of knowledge on lubricants and lubrication. Well, a couple videos ago, we talked about what the most important factor in choosing lubricant is, viscosity. Another video, we did why you want to keep the viscosity at the right level, or choose the right viscosity at the temperature, as to keep two parts separate. Another thing that we see after viscosity, especially in engine oils, we hear a lot about additive packages, zinc, phosphorus, specifically zinc, magnesium, boron, etc. Those are the additive packs to help with contamination, and specifically with ZDDP or zinc is actually an anti-wear. Now we go back to blowing up our little tribology or our little fluid friction area here and on our rod and journal, and typically with the little asperities in here, the fluid film keeps these two things separate. Well, what happens when they start to touch? Now that's not ideal. You choose your viscosity to keep those two parts separate, period. You don't want to intentionally make it so you're giving up your film strength, your fluid level in here to keep those separate. But from time to time, say in an engine where you have in one spot you've got a journal bearing, another spot you have a roller bearing, another spot you have a roller lifter on a camshaft, another spot you've got a push rod and a rocker, and then a rocker tip and a valve. If you had a perfect world, each one of those applications might need to require a different viscosity. On your really high loads but low speeds, your rocker tips on your tops of your valves, or your push rod to your rocker, or even on the roller to the cam. You might need a lot higher viscosity because the speed, the opposing surface velocity of those lubrication areas is actually quite low with a very high load. So in those areas, you might, in the bearing, on the journal bearing, you might have a full separation, but now you're getting contact in those areas. So what they do is they add zinc and phosphorus and ZDDP or other types of anti-wear materials to or add pack to the oil. And what those do is they actually build a surface to be able to do what a lot of people actually think oil does, and that's to make these two surfaces, when they hit each other, not bind, not to create less friction when they're actually coming in contact with each other during what's called a boundary or a mixed fluid regime. All right? So number one value you want to pay attention to is viscosity. But then in some of the other areas of an engine, you're going to want to have some anti-wear in there. And the anti-wear specifically in engines is really important for your cams, where they come in contact with your lifters, your push rods, and your rockers. All right? Thank you.